Hey everyone, Dan here from Often Fishing. We're gonna put together a Jamaican favorite today. It's called Escovitch Fish. Most people make this with snapper. We're gonna do some couple iterations of that later on. We're gonna start with some onions, a couple different types of sweet peppers here. These are halves of green, yellow, and red pepper. And we're gonna do some carrots, and the magic ingredient will be some Scotch bonnet peppers. Okay, this is gonna be for the dressing at the end. We're gonna use some white distilled vinegar, some allspice or pimento seeds. We like the Easy Spice fish seasoning. You can use salt and pepper. I just like Easy Spice. We've been using this seasoning for a while in a couple of the videos that you've seen, and it's an excellent all-purpose seasoning. And of course some cooking oil because we're gonna fry the fish. And the second magic ingredient is going to be the fish itself. Right, so we have some mangrove snapper here that we've cleaned earlier. We've sliced up. We also have some sheephead, which is going to be a first for me. So we have a couple sheephead pieces here that we're also going to put into the mix. Okay, so we're going to start with our fish here. One of the things you want to do is make sure you have some paper towels here so you can make sure the fish is dry. We're going to fry the fish. You don't want the oil to splatter everywhere. And so it's just a matter of just taking the fish itself. We've made these nice cuts in the fish. You want to make sure you get some of the seasoning down into it, right? Season the insides and down the sides, all right? Kind of rub that in. Make sure the seasoning gets in there really good. Again, we said we had some snapper here and we got some sheephead. Now, we actually caught these fish today, this afternoon. And so these are really, really fresh. We have our pot here, our frying pan. We have the oil in the pan. We start with the oil on high. So I have the stove on high right now. The oil is boiling, it's ready to go. And so now I'm gonna put my fish into the oil, right? Now be careful, right? Because there's a hot oil and you're frying. Okay. Now, as you cook the fish, again, this is as you cook the fish, you want to cook the fish for about 5 to 6 minutes on each side, or on your desired amount of crispiness, right? So if you want it to be a little bit crispier, cook it for a little bit longer. So it was crispy on the side. So we're gonna go ahead and turn them over. Again, be careful. We're working with hot oil here. Okay. And we're gonna let it cook on this side, on the other side for about another same 5 to 6 minutes. And again, until crispy. Then we're gonna remove it from the oil and we're gonna go into our next phase. Okay, so we fried it. Again, we fried the fish on the other side for now for another about 5 minutes. The fish is nice and crispy, as you can see here. We're gonna put it on some paper towel to kind of dry off the excess oil. All right. And the next step will be to make the dressing. Okay, so we fried our fish. Now we're gonna take care of the dressing, right? Take your stove down to about a simmer. We've taken about a half. We started with about 2 cups of oil. We've taken about 3/4 of that oil. Matter of fact, about half of that oil out of the pot. We're still gonna need about half the oil. We're gonna keep it in the original pot it started in. We're gonna add about 3/4 to a cup of vinegar, and we're gonna add the rest of our dressings. All right, so the first thing we're gonna add is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some onions to the mix. Okay. We're gonna let that simmer down. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our carrots. We're gonna add our peppers. And again, make sure your oil is, or your heat is on simmer. You don't want this to burn. And then we're gonna add our Scotch bonnet pepper. All right. My suggestion is you use this pepper and you slice this pepper up, but you leave the seeds out, right? You still have one yellow pepper here and one green pepper. Again, this is for the presentation, right? This is kind of decoration for your meal. All right, again, if you stay away from the seeds, you stay away from the heat, and you'll get the flavor of the pepper and not so much the actual heat of the pepper. All right. Some people say handle this stuff with, or I suggest that you handle this with a glove or something to that effect. I'm being real careful right now, and understand I'm not going to put this pepper or my hands anywhere near my face or my eyes, because this pepper is really, really hot. Okay, so I have my mix here in the pot. I'm going to add a few more peppers. I'm going to let this kind of cook down until everything starts to get a little bit soft. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add my vinegar. Okay, again, you got a 3/4 cup to a full cup of vinegar. And then you're going to add some allspice or some pimento seeds. In this case, I like to do a catful. And we're going to let that simmer until the onions actually get a little bit clearer or almost transparent. And then we'll add the dressing to the fish. So we've let our vegetables kind of steam down. You see they're limp now. Again, the onions are almost clear or see-through at this point. So now you want to turn your stove off, and then you want to add your dressing to your fish. Okay, so we're gonna we turn the stove off. We're gonna take our dressing here, and then we're gonna add it to the top of the fish. Okay, so here's your Escovitch fish. We have the fried fish underneath. We have the vegetables that are sauteed on the top. Trust me, these vegetables are great. They've been sauteed, they've been marinated. They're a great complement to the fish. For this and other great recipes, follow us on Often Fishing, both on YouTube and on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube page. If you have any questions about the recipes themselves, if you have any questions about the portions or anything else that we see on the page, just leave your comments when you visit the page and let us know. Again, these vegetables are great. Try the recipe, give us your feedback, let us know.